Who just flipped a football jock twice her size like a paper doll? Me. The camera pans to a quiet high school hallway, the fluorescent lights humming above like a warning. Lockers slam, laughter echoes, and somewhere, just beyond the crowd, a girl stands alone, quietly closing her locker. That girl is Nia Roberts, and she's about to change everything. Chapter 1, The New Girl. Nia had moved more times than she could count. Her mom worked in the military, so starting over was a lifestyle, new cities, new schools, new people. But this time felt different. Maybe because it was senior year. Maybe because her mom promised this was the last move before college. Or maybe because this was the first time Nia could finally stop hiding who she really was. Except she didn't realize yet, this school didn't take kindly to different. From the moment she stepped onto the grounds of Pine Valley High, eyes followed her. Not because of anything she did, but because she was new, black, and confident in a way that unsettled people who didn't know what to make of it. She wore her curly hair natural, full and free. She spoke softly but with purpose. And unlike most new kids who tried to blend in, Nia walked the halls like she already belonged. That, unfortunately, caught the attention of Riley James and her gang. Chapter 2, The Queen Bee's Sting. Riley James had reigned over Pine Valley High like a storm queen since freshman year. Blonde, rich, and effortlessly cruel, she could turn someone's life into a nightmare with one text. Her clique, Maddie, Janelle, and Reese, were carbon copies of her, each one more eager to please than the last. So when Riley saw Nia sitting alone at lunch one day, flipping through a worn copy of The Art of Peace, she smirked. "She thinks she's better than us," Riley muttered. "She just got here," Janelle offered weakly. "Exactly," Riley sneered. "And she already forgot her place." The bullying started subtly. Whispers in the hallway. "Nice hair. Did a bush explode?" Shoves in the locker line. "Oops. Didn't see you there." And then the notes, ugly, venomous things slipped into Nia's books or her locker. But Nia didn't flinch. She'd been through worse. Chapter 3, Her Secret Strength. What no one knew, not Riley, not the teachers, not even her new guidance counselor, was that Nia had been training in martial arts since she was 6. Shotokan karate. 5 days a week. Her father, before he passed, had taught her discipline, respect, and how to defend herself without ever lifting a hand unless absolutely necessary. Her black belt wasn't just a piece of fabric. It was a legacy. But Nia never bragged. She didn't flex. She just observed. Even as the bullying escalated. Chapter 4, The Dares and the Damage. One Friday afternoon, Riley took it too far. Nia had stayed behind to help clean up the art room. She liked painting. It calmed her. Riley and her clique cornered her near the back door of the gym. No teachers. No cameras. Riley's eyes gleamed with cruel amusement. "You think you're better than us because you don't say anything. You walk around like you're Gandhi or something." "I'm not better," Nia said evenly. "But I'm not scared of you either." That stung. Riley pushed her. Hard. Maddie laughed nervously. "Just leave her alone, Riley." But Riley didn't. She stepped forward again, ready to humiliate Nia, maybe film it for her Snapchat. What happened next happened fast. Riley reached. Nia stepped sideways. With a pivot and a twist, Nia used Riley's own force to flip her clean over onto the mat behind the gym. Silence. Then Reese, the tallest of them all, lunged forward like a linebacker. Nia sidestepped, dropped low, swept his leg, and sent him sprawling. 2 moves. No anger. No showboating. Just calm, clean precision. Chapter 5, The Fallout. Word spread faster than wildfire. By Monday morning, the whole school had seen the grainy video. Nia didn't post it, someone from the bleachers had. It had gone viral overnight. At first, there was shock. Then applause. Students who had once ignored her now gave her fist bumps. Teachers asked her to lead gym warm-ups. The principal called her into his office, not to scold, but to ask her if she'd like to help start a self-defense club. Riley didn't return for 2 days. When she did, her power was gone. She walked the halls with her head down, while Nia walked taller than ever. But Nia didn't gloat. She didn't throw it in her face. In fact, the first time their eyes met again, Nia simply nodded. "I'm not your enemy," she said softly. "I never was." Chapter 6, More Than Muscle. The weeks that followed were transformative. Nia started a self-defense club, not just for the girls, but for anyone who felt small or unsafe. She taught them the first things her dad ever taught her: awareness, confidence, discipline. She also made real friends. One was Tasha, an introverted poet who used to eat in the library. Another was Chris, a kid who walked with a limp and had been bullied by Riley's crew for months. They weren't popular, but together they made a circle of realness that more people wanted to join. And something else happened too. Riley, to everyone's surprise, joined the club one afternoon. She didn't say much. Just stood in the back. Watched. Eventually, she stepped forward and said the words Nia never expected to hear. "I was wrong. Not much. But enough." Chapter 7, The Final Lesson. Graduation came faster than anyone expected. On the last day of school, Nia stood in front of the gym where she once flipped her bully to the ground. But this time, the bleachers were full of kids cheering her name, not for what she could do with her fists, but for what she did with her heart. She gave one last speech. Strength isn't about hitting harder. It's about standing your ground without losing your soul. I didn't come here to fight. I came here to belong. And I hope, now, we all do. The gym roared. Tasha cried. Chris stood proudly beside her. Even Riley clapped. Epilogue, The Power Within. As Nia left Pine Valley High, she carried more than a diploma. She carried proof that one person can make a difference, that kindness doesn't mean weakness, and standing up for yourself can inspire others to do the same. And if you're wondering who flipped a football jock and changed a high school forever, it wasn't just a girl with a black belt. It was Nia Roberts. And this was just her beginning.